How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Juan Romero here from SwitchWatch, and I've got Sniper Elite 3 Ultimate Edition on the Nintendo Switch, and this is a gameplay video for your perusal, for your eyes only, on the Nintendo Switch. Yes, I've played this game before on the Xbox, I've completed it, but there's something that translates so well on the handheld platform. And you can see I'm not allowed to give you my opinion or anything like that because the embargo ends at the end of the month and the game's not due to land on the Switch until October 1st. So thanks to Rebellion for providing us with an early review copy. But what I can say is the performance is stellar so far. I've had no issues on the game that I've played thus far on the Nintendo Switch. I mean, look at that headshot, that X-ray vision. That's why you play this game. If you don't like violence or you're a bit squeamish, then this is not going to be the game for you. But if you love shooting stuff from afar, then Sniper Elite 3 is definitely going to be your cup of tea. Now, if you haven't seen version 2, I really like part 2 of this series actually, but if you haven't seen my review on it, I reviewed that game on this very channel. Click on the banner up above and you can check that one out. Another beautiful headshot here, and what can I say, I just love that X-ray vision. I can't get enough of it, and the type of shots that you can pull off in this game are just ridiculous. It just gets, I swear, with every iteration the X-ray vision gets better and better. I mean, you can even shoot man's testicles off. That's how deep that's getting, you know, and hilarious whenever that happens. I mean, man, if that was real life, boy, that's gotta hurt. But yeah, not nice. If you're squeamish, then this game isn't for you. But the reason this game seems to translate so well onto the Nintendo Switch, and especially in handheld form, is just purely, I think, because of the slower pace. It is more of a stealth game, you know, kind of stealthily moving about the campaign, taking your foes out from afar, you know, sort of understanding where all the enemies are on the map, and you've got a handy little map so that you can see where everything is. You even get to take out vehicles by shooting their gas tank on them for a satisfying explosion. Now, for those of you that are worried that this is all about just, you know, headshots from afar and, you know, shooting enemies from afar, it's not all about that. You know, yes, you've got your binoculars so you can check where the enemies are, and you've got your mini map so that you can see where they are, but this also plays, you know, like a stealth game. You can creep up on enemies, and there will be some gameplay showing you that a little bit later. So stick with it, and you'll be able to see what I mean. But you can creep up on enemies, take them out with a knife. You've got a good range of weapons too. You can sort of pick up your silencer and get into close quarters to take out those enemies. It's much like you know, if you've played Metal Gear Solid, if one of the enemies sort of notices you, then the exclamation mark's a little bit different on here. A little marker above their head goes red, and then they all start trying to find you and all of that kind of stuff. Is you've got to be careful, move across the map, you know, stealthily to take them out, which is really satisfying when you get it right. But when you get it wrong, if you're playing on a harder difficulty, then not only are the shots more difficult to sort of make, but you'll also get killed pretty quickly. So that's all there to bear in mind. There is plenty of modes on this game as well, and I'll talk more about those in my review. I just can't show them at the moment because this is just early gameplay footage, and I'm only allowed to sort of show one of the first levels here. But I want to know what you think. Have you played the series before? And if you have, what is your favourite part? I'd really sort of love to know, because I think my favourite's definitely V2, but I really do like part 3 as well. You know, it's a really good one as well. So want to know what you think. I might just put a poll up there on the top right, and let me know what your thoughts are on the best version of this game. This is where I take out the guy sort of with a knife, so you can have that close combat in this game if that's more your bag. But it's got a combination of everything, you know, and I as I say, when I played it on the Xbox, I really enjoyed this game, although it did have quite a few mixed reviews at the time. I remember when I bought the game, and I sort of ignored quite a few of the the negative ones, and I took a punt on it, and I have to say I enjoyed it. and the port so far looks like the performance is really good. The visuals are popping on the screen, and I wanted to show this in handheld because in my review you'll have a mixture of docked footage and handheld, and I just often think that it's important on this sort of our channel here to show handheld footage, right? Because many people play their Nintendo Switch in handheld. But what do you think? Do you think that we should be showing more handheld footage? Should there be sort of a mixture between docked and handheld? I mean, it's no big deal. We've got the equipment to sort of show handheld footage, but I'd like to know what you think. It's really important that you, ladies and gentlemen, provide us feedback on our channel, because ultimately it's what you want to see. You know, we need to enjoy what we produce. We do this part-time. We all have we all have full-time jobs. So we do this in our spare time. We have to enjoy what we're doing as well. But ultimately, we have to make content that you enjoy. And, you know, one of those things, you know, we always ask the question about within the team is whether we should show more handheld footage or whether it should be a mixture between docked and handheld, or whether it should be more just docked footage, because usually it's easier to record footage in docked because you just sort of play it on your TV, record it to your laptop, and then edit the video. So obviously handheld's a little bit more difficult because you've got to get the lighting right, and there's often a lot of reflection on the screen, as you can probably see a little bit here of my tripod. So it's not always easy, but we do have the equipment to do it, so that if you do want more handheld footage, just let us know in the comments section down below. So as I'm going through the game here, I want to know also, you know, what do you think of the performance so far? Is this the type of port that you like to see? I certainly do. You know, it is an old game, and we have seen quite a few older games make their way onto the Nintendo Switch, and that does seem to be a theme. But you know what? It really does give life to some of those games that you may have missed because your backlog's too big. And I know that my backlog is absolutely huge right now, massive, and I'm getting a chance to play some of the games that I missed a year, 2, 3, even 5 years ago, right? So it is a fantastic opportunity to shed some light on some of these games that you may have missed before. One more thing that I want to ask you before I go. I've ordered my Nintendo Switch Lite, ladies and gentlemen. We did a poll to ask what your favourite colour was, and it was definitely out of the yellow and the aqua. The grey kind of fell behind, and there was quite a few mentions of the special edition Pokemon edition that's coming out later in November, I believe, here in the UK anyway, and I believe it's the same in the US. But I got my money together and I went for the aqua colour. That's the one that I've gone for, and you know, my small little family asking me the question, why are you buying another Nintendo Switch? And well, that's what my excuse was, that, you know, it's for the little one. It's for my small child, my daughter, who's kind of old enough now to start enjoying games, and she often enjoys games on my own Nintendo Switch. So I said, well, you know, why not? Let's buy her the handheld one, and she can play with that one whenever she wants to sort of play with it. So before I go, I want to know your stories. Have you ordered the Nintendo Switch Lite when you've already got the Nintendo Switch? And if so, why? What excuses have you given to your girlfriend, to your boyfriend, to your other half, to your partner, to your mum, to your dad, grandma, granddad, dog, cat, whoever, uncle, auntie? I want to know what your excuses were. Why are you getting the Nintendo Switch Lite when you've already got the Nintendo Switch? Leave us your story down below. We read as many comments as we can on this channel and respond to as many of you as we can, as long as the feedback is constructive and as long as you're polite. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your week, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, if you're a new watcher, hit that subscribe button, that bell notification, so you know when our next video goes live. Wouldn't want you to miss it. I'm going to pop a few videos at the end so that you can click on those just to see a bit more of our content. I believe Jordan's starting a new series today also, where he's going to look at all the physical releases every week. But that's only if you want us to keep doing that. So watch his video, put loads of support into it, and let him know whether you want it weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, or if it's a series that you don't want to see ever again. Juan Romero here, ladies and gentlemen, signing out. Thank you so much for your time as always. I'll see you again very soon on the next one. Take care.